We established the Center for College Sleep in order to help universities help their students get better sleep.
About 3-4 years ago, we started looking at sleep patterns and how can we get better, how can we grow, just like we would with any part of our program. We started looking intuitively on where's our biggest return, and we felt strongly that not only could we be better as a football program by teaching our kids about sleep, but even more importantly, they can live a healthier lifestyle.
We've really enjoyed working with athletic teams because athletes, more than any other students, are invested in whatever they can do to get a better competitive advantage. Whatever makes them faster, smarter, quicker, stronger, they're willing to do.
From the minute go, I was kind of hooked on what this could do for us. And I think it's also more than just on-field performance. I mean, these kids are asked to do a lot in the classroom, they're asked to do a lot away from the field, and anything that we can do as coaches for them in all aspects of their college life to make them be better equipped for it, we want to do that.
Students are suffering because they're not getting enough sleep and they're not getting restorative sleep. And what that does is it compromises their ability to learn new information, store new information, think creatively, think flexibly.
Every student that steps on the field, what they've done in the days previously is something that's going to help them perform better, whether that's eating, whether that's taking care of their bodies, whether that's stretching their muscles. Sleep is something that affects them days out, and that's something that coaches have to pay attention to.
The CSQ is an online assessment tool students can use in about 10 minutes. And in that time, we are able to get information about a student's sleep schedule. If they're sleeping in a way that aligns with their circadian rhythm, we are getting information about what are their impediments to sleep. We're screening for physiological disorders like sleep apnea and narcolepsy. We're also looking really carefully about a student's day-to-day activities and behaviors like caffeine use and electronics that interfere with sleep.
There's good sleep and there's bad sleep, and if we're going to make sure that the circadian rhythms are where we want them and when we want them, and teach our kids when you have extra time how you manage that time, that's very important. So the education of that is a big part of it.
As a leader this past year, as a captain as well, she pushed hard on our team about getting good sleep and making sure that they had the right amount of sleep.
I feel like my focus and just my quality of play has great improvements. Since I am a goalkeeper, my attention span and how quick I can react, all that I thought improved this year, especially this season when I really put my sleep quality and quantity first.
17% faster in reaction times, able to bench press 20 pounds more, able to do a 40-yard sprint a tenth of a second faster. Of course, they're interested in how to improve their sleep.
It helped me so much with academics was, I think, the biggest thing. And when it came to sports, it gets you into a rhythm, gets you into a groove that is really beneficial for you as an athlete. And I mean, any athlete can tell you, a routine is key when it comes to their sport.
In the women's game, we've been bit by injuries. Not this year. This year, when we really made a huge emphasis on nutrition and sleep, we didn't have an injury.
We had one of the best GPAs we've had in the fall semester as a group, and we had one of the best on-field performances we've ever had as a group. In fact, it was the best in men's soccer history.
We want fresh minds, fresh legs for our games. And I can see it when a player's getting tired, he's making a lot more mistakes.
Sleep is required for the brain to make the changes it needs for student athletes, for students to reach their maximum potential. So if you don't have good, restorative, sufficient sleep, you don't have your best student athlete.
Our players think the world of Dr. Pritchard and Bertie Cunningham. They've done just an amazing job. When we ask someone to help our program, it's not taken lightly, and I have high expectations of not just myself and our staff, but also our players. So when we ask someone to come in, those standards remain excessively high. And Doc Pritchard has exceeded those expectations, mainly because she's a phenomenal specialist that has tremendous common sense. And I think that's something that is often lost in translation. You can find people that are very, very good at what they do in an academic setting, and that's very important. But when you can translate that into real-world experience that actually will show results, that's where you have something special, and that's what we have in the Sleep Center.
From day one to the end of the year, I knew that it would help us. I knew the survey would help us, I knew the impact, I knew everything would help us, but I think I underestimated just how much.
It's a very simple but very real way that someone can increase their growth holistically throughout their entire life. It's not just sport. It's not just as a student, but it's as a person. And if we really want to teach these young men and women to live a healthy life for the next 50 years, I do believe this is a key component.